Hello and very good evening and welcome to this live. I have passed the halfway mark of the 75 hard challenge a couple of days back, and today is actually 39th day of the 75 hard challenge. Okay, so I've been coming live ever since I started this 75 hard challenge, but not on a daily basis. I have not come live for the last 2 3 days. Uh, I did not make it. Okay. So I'm here to give updates about my certified hack challenge, how it's going, what's the progress, and also share the lessons I'm learning on this journey. Okay. So just to quickly recap, what is a 75 hard challenge? 75 hard challenge is a mental toughness challenge where you have to do 5 tasks daily for 75 days straight without fail or without any compromise. So the task number one is to fix a diet and stick with the diet without any compromise. Task number two is to drink 1 gallon of water daily, which is 3.8 liters, without fail, without compromise. Task number three is to do 2 workouts in a day. Each workout is at least 45 minutes, and one of those workouts must be done outdoors. Task number four is to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book. And task number five is to take progress pictures daily. And I have been successful in completing all these tasks for the last 38 days. And today is day number 39. And today also, probably I'll finish all the tasks. Okay. So this is basically a mental toughness challenge. The hard part here is to um, do this all these tasks daily without fail. That is the hard part. Okay. Anybody could do these tasks any day, very simple task, and I'm someone who loves exercising, who has been in the fitness lifestyle for almost 8 years now, and I love reading books. So it is not a very difficult task for me to finish. The catch here is you have to do it for 75 days without fail. Okay, and the harder part here for me specifically is doing these 2 workouts on a daily basis. Usually I'm used to do 5 days per week of strength training, but now I have to do 2 workouts in a day. Okay, so I have been doing 6 strength training workouts from Monday to Saturday, and the second workout I have been walking, and recently from past 2 weeks I have started incorporating a little bit of running also. And on Sundays I usually do only walking and running. Okay, so basically I'm doing 14 workouts in a single week. Earlier I used to do only 5. Okay, so that takes a lot of time. Okay, and I love reading books. I read books on a regular basis, but um, not daily. Okay, that is again it takes time, right? You have to allocate time for that, which is a good thing. Like you have to be in a constant learning mode, and books have uh, I have a very intimate relationship with books because reading books has really changed my life in the last 8 years, and it has been the most influential thing I could say in my transformation journey. Okay, not only physical transformation but also this mental, emotional, and spiritual journey. Okay, so what I'm doing on these lives is not only share my progress but also share the lessons which I'm learning from the books. Okay, so quickly share what progress I have made ever since I started the 75 hard challenge. I also started my fat loss phase. I have been trying to lose weight, lose body fat. This year I failed couple of times because of several reasons, but I wanted to take this opportunity and also uh, refocus on losing weight and losing body fat. Okay, so that is how I started the 75 hard challenge, and I thought doing 2 workouts will help me spend more energy and help me to lose extra body, to create calorie deficit and lose the excess body fat which I've accumulated in the last 2 years. Initially, for 3 4 weeks, I did not have great results because overall my energy expenditure is low. Even after doing 14 workouts per week and maintaining a fixed diet, I could not create calorie deficit. So from last 3 weeks, I reduced my calorie intake a little bit and started doing more. Um, started doing a little bit of running, not more, a little bit of running along with my walking. Okay, so that has created a little more calorie deficit, and I have been losing weight and I have made progress. I started out at 76.6 kg when I started in the week one. The the weekly average from the previous week when I started on 3rd of July. Okay, so the previous week my body weight average was 76.6, and currently my body weight average is from the last week 70, or let's say the current week, so far it is 74.8, 74.85. So I've lost about um, 1.75 kgs of body weight, and the last time I checked I had lost almost 1 inch in my belly circumference. So the next measurement will be probably coming weekend. I'll know what is the progress. Okay, so I have done this 3 times prior to this, and it was easier for me to create calorie deficit and lose weight and lose body fat. But only for this time, somehow uh, it is becoming difficult. Probably because my lifestyle has changed and I have been sitting more compared to what I used to do earlier. And I am also a little bit older now. I am uh, about to be 39 in September, and that could also be a factor. The first time I went into my first fat loss, I was 30 years old and still young and more energetic compared to now. There are several factors here, but ultimately the underlying factor is, uh, or let's say, underlying mechanism is to create calorie deficit. You have to eat fewer calories than what you're spending throughout the day, and that is what results in weight loss and fat loss. There is no other thing. There is no special diet or special uh, exercise or technique to lose body fat. The only thing that works is to be in a calorie deficit. And this time, because of my lifestyle and uh, factors like my activities level is low and I'm a little more older now, less energetic compared to what I was 30 years back. My overall energy expenditure is low, and I have to eat much less than that to create the calorie deficit and see results. Okay, so at least as of now, I'm making steady progress. Uh, by the end of this week, I'll take a call whether to reduce my calorie intake a little more or ramp up my running. I still have to decide. Okay, that is for the update of my current progress when it comes to my fat loss. Okay, and apart from that, when it comes to mindset and self belief, it is getting stronger and stronger because that is the intention of this 75 hard challenge, to build that confidence and self belief in yourself. Okay, the first place I started is because I want it to be a mentally tougher version of myself. It is a mental toughness challenge, not a fitness challenge. Okay, and ever since I started my community where I'm uh, you know helping men to break out of average and become physically, mentally and spiritually stronger version of themselves. Okay, and excel in all the areas of their life. I was feeling like an imposter. I was feeling like I don't deserve to do this, and I wanted to prove to myself that I'm worthy of guiding other men. That is why I'm doing this 75 hard challenge. Okay, that is the intention behind doing the 75 hard challenge, and my fat loss goal also I overlapped with it. That's all. Okay, so coming to today's topic, you might have read the title of the live. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. This is coming from this is the chapter from the book I'm reading currently. So I'm currently reading this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, which is an excellent book, a book which has literally changed my life. Okay, uh, I have been a lifelong shy and introverted person. I struggle to talk to people, struggle to have start conversation and hold conversation with people. I was awkward around people, and somehow I couldn't figure out how to talk to people, how to keep engaged in a conversation. Okay, um, but ever, this is one of the most important necessity uh, for any human being, and especially since I'm a coach and I also run a business, this becomes very very important. Okay, how you deal with people, how you talk to people, and how you influence people to uh, for them to accept your message or for them to buy your services. You need to influence people. Okay, and there is no other way. You have to influence people to sell your services or to sell your idea, to sell your mission. Okay, without this it is not possible, and this book literally changed my life. And whatever a little bit of speaking and people skill I have currently, I owe to this book. And of course, I have learned other stuff from other places also, but this was the foundation on which I have built my communication skills or how I talk to people. Okay. So again, I'm reading this probably the third time, or I have read it two times. The third time I read it only halfway, and this is the fourth time I'm reading this book. Okay, and this is also the most gifted book. I have gifted this book to many people, people who have come to work with me, or I have made sure I have gifted this to everybody who has worked with me, and some other people also, like some of my students, I have gifted this. Some of my clients, I have gifted this. Um, I also was a part of this book gifting. Uh, what can I say, book gifting campaign or trend or something, where you keep gifting book to the next person and you ask that person to gift book to other people. I never got back any books, but I gifted a book to someone online also, someone whom I did not know. Okay, so I'm about to share this lesson, very very interesting lesson. Um, the title of the lesson is the chapter itself is don't kick over the beehive if you want to collect honey. And this has to do with how you deal with people. Okay, and if you want to get someone to accept your ideas, if you want to get someone to do what you want them to do, then you have to make sure that you don't criticize them. Okay, and in the book, the author takes an example of a wanted fugitive who was engaged in New York. He was engaged in a gunfight with you know an army of policemen. And what he said is, uh, when he was captured, all I did was and he was executed. I mean, he was sentenced to a electric chair. That is how they kill people there. Okay, and what he rhetorically said, this is what I get for defending myself. Okay, or he also wrote a letter when the gunfight was going on. uh, uh, Behind my coat is a very heart, uh, which very hard, which wants to do good or something like this. Okay, he was a criminal, and Just before the gunfight, he had killed a policeman, but he never blamed himself. Okay, and the author also takes an example of Al Capone, who was a drug lord. Okay, he was a you know head of the drug mafia, and he also believed that he helped people to have good time and enjoy their life. Okay, and he did a lot of criminal activities, but he still uh, felt that he was doing good to people. When hardened criminals like this feel like that, what about common people like you and me? We always think whatever we are doing is right, and most people think that way. And if you criticize someone, they will get into a defensive mode. They will try to defend themselves. Okay, and if you um, criticize someone, and they'll immediately feel bad, and they'll remember it for lifelong. Okay, but what Dale Carnegie suggests is not to take the route of criticism. Okay, not to take the route of criticism. If you want to point out something to someone, you can do it in a much better way without criticizing. You can let the person themselves realize if what they are doing is right or wrong. And over the future, further lessons, he also talks about how to deal with that and all. Okay. So the first thing is, if you want to criticize someone, you have to think twice before criticizing, because most people believe that whatever they are doing is right, and they may not be open to criticism, and they will definitely get into a defensive, and you will not be able to make your point across. Okay, so that is the first lesson. I'll share the future lessons in the coming lives. Okay, so this was it for today. I'll see you in the next live. Thank you so much for joining this live. And if you're watching this as a replay and a recording, thank you so much for making it till this point. We are almost 17 minutes into this. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate that, and it means a lot to me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.